how this fills up. Make sure there's no leaks. That thing was $3, so hopefully it doesn't crack or anything. Put these up in the air so they don't get rusty. Nice. Very nice. Alright, it's running pretty good. And fired up again. One of the things that bothers me about this engine is the hood vibrates so much on this right here. It's got these rubber stoppers and then this here. I might add another piece of rubber here. We'll see. Let's fire it up and see where it's at. Oh, I'm gonna do a quick thing too. This sticker. So, you may have heard that, but I think this spring is supposed to dampen it, and it's backed out. So I'm going to try running that spring in. Oh, I can tell that's so much better already. Alright, so if you see right here, there's a chip in the windshield. There's actually also one down here. I actually have a full video on this, which I'll put a link to. It's really simple. You buy these windshield repair kits. Rain-X sells them. You're going to center this over your hole if you can even. Looks like it might be a little bit pressed for space on this. Then you get this syringe, make sure the end's clean. You put this end in. It's actually best to do this in the daylight, but I'm going to try it right now. It's not going to work. So I'm going to try to do it manually here. Hold pressure on it so it fills the hole. Huh. These cracks are too small. I'm gonna do it like that. Alright, so I'm winding down for the evening here, but I wanted to see if we could bring any life back to this color. I don't really want to buff it because the clear coat's gone. And we're not going to clear coat it, but at least I could do is just give it a little wax, right? So, I like this stuff once a year. Alright, I let the Suzuki warm up for a little bit so it's easy to pull the spark plugs out. And let me get a light set up and we'll change those. The plan is to change the spark plugs and then change the oil. I've got these, that's what Napa got me 404RN12YC. 4 plugs on this thing, 4 cylinders. And we're going to do them one at a time. So sometimes the plugs are tough. They do sell a spark plug boot puller. One came off pretty good. If someone put dielectric grease in there, that's a good trick. So these might not be that old, but spark plugs are cheap. We're going to change them anyway. Let me grab the I think that's the right size. Let's check. We got a bigger one. Nope. And we'll set the gap too. I'll show you guys how to do that. And this is a 13/16 spark plug boot. It has a little piece of rubber in there that that holds the plug in place. There we go. Oh yeah. Okay, you can see how the tip is white. I think that typically means it's running too hot. But on these older vehicles, I mean, I don't really do anything about that. I'm going to check the gap to see where it is at and where it should be. Alright, so I checked the manual. It says 28 to 30 thou. And when I got these, they're pretty compressed. Let's see if I can start it. I bent my thing. Jeez. It's technically 28 to 32 thousandths. Someone really smashed these. I might need needle nose. Bent my tool. Smashed my finger. There we go. It's too far now, but too far in. It's really important you have the gap set right on these. Okay. So right now we're at like 22. What I'm going to do is just kind of wiggle it. Slide it up this ramp. Right around 30 thou. So it fits just snug at 30 thou. It says 28 to 30, so. Yep. That's good. And now we'll just do that for all these. The one I pulled out was, yeah, it was right at the right spec, about 32. A little bigger, but these are actually the right ones. The Champions I bought are supposed to be equivalent. The spec actually says NGK BPR 5ES for 1990 and earlier, which is what this is. Sometimes I'll put a little thread sealant on there. I think I'm just going to do these dry. And you always start them by hand. Let it find its threads. There it goes. Don't ever force these or you'll strip your head. And the reason why we do it one at a time is so we don't get the cylinders mixed up. And then for torque, I just go about right there. Just feel it. You could clean them. Some people sandblast them. But come on, a spark plug is $1. That one is right on spec. So, that's my philosophy. For some reason it could have got smushed in a box, so it's always good to check. You don't want to put these in and then realize your gap was wrong and the thing runs like crap. what I'm gonna do after I finish this one is fire it up. Gonna take it for a drive, see if it feels any better, see if it idles any better, and then change the oil on it. There it goes. You gotta wait for that click. Check them all. Okay. Alright. That was about 8 minutes maybe. Not too bad. This thing does have a valve tick. You guys will be able to hear it. Might be doing a valve job on this thing, so